Opera is one of the greatest arts that humanity has ever invented.
You have instrumentalists and vocalists, conductors, composers, poets,
the set designer, the props designer,
and costumes and lighting, and this all creates a very immersive experience that you experience, but you also experience with everyone else in the audience.
But there's a problem that everyone sees. The standard repertory is at least 100, sometimes 200 years old, and almost all of them are written in foreign languages.
I'm Lori Laitman, and I'm the composer of Maya and the Magic Ring. For me, the composer's role is to create music that honors the text and dramatizes it. First, you start with the libretto. That has to come first because I'm creating the music for those words.
The librettist creates the plot, creates the characters, writes the dialogue and the lyrics of the opera, because the composer can't begin until they have the words in the story.
I'm aiming to create singable and hummable melodies that reflect upon the meaning of the words, and every other musical aspect like rhythm and harmony and texture is also used to create the right mood for those words.
To make opera truly vital in the United States, we need to create new operas which speak to us in our own language. Kansas City Lyric Opera really believes in the collaboration that's necessary to create an opera, which is not just between the librettist and the composer, but it's between the singers, the instrumentalists, the conductor, the designers, the directors, and we've all been involved in the project together since the very beginning. That rarely happens.
Having a living creative team to be part of that premiere performance, there's so much opportunity for exploration and not feeling like you are going against the composer's intentions, because you've got this creative team here who wants to explore all these different options and find the one that's going to be the most evocative for telling the story.
Free. I've been stuck in that ring for 50 years.
I've really been surprised by how collaborative it is. Dana and Lori have just been completely open.
I feel so lucky to work with Dana because he is a great writer and person, and I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Over the last 2 decades, Lori Laitman and I have collaborated on a number of musical works.
You know, and it's sort of like when you're playing tennis, if you're playing tennis with a better person, it makes you rise up to the level.
It's the opportunity for the creators to actually hear what they have been imagining and writing down on paper, either in words or in notes.
I have what every poet dreams of, the chance to work with a great composer.
And for me, the director, to be able to get a hint of what the possibilities are with the text and the music. It's a great, wonderful journey, I think, artistically.
Everyone's a great musician, and to hear my music come to life so beautifully, especially with the New Ear Contemporary Chamber Ensemble, I mean, they're just amazing. And I feel like a very lucky composer.
Most kids in this country have never been in the theater, they've never heard a symphony, they've never heard an opera, and it's a sort of impoverishment of their imagination. So the ability to bring a new opera written specifically for young kids is incredibly important. It also has to be an opera that the parents and the teachers like as much. I tried to create a work that people could experience simultaneously in 2 different ways, as a kid and as an adult.
I think that opera is a great way to experience your emotions and senses.
It creates empathy.
It makes you think about ideas in a little different way.
It's a part of our human toolbox that should always be there.